Hello, welcome to Double Talk. My name is Mark Steffen.
And my name is Michael Mandel. Yet I'm still here, even that
Despite
being
the fact,
being the co-host.
Yes.
So far as a co-host.
Up till now.
Up till now.
Anyway,
I would say it's touch and go. What we're going to do here, other than our show, I like the colors we've presented. You know, these aquas, these blues, your grid there.
This is summertime
my floral
colors.
thing.
These are flavorful shirts.
And these bottles we have here are just great colors, like a good contrast.
Let's hope the flavors are as colorful as our shirts.
We will see. We have Hanger One vodka. A lot of people know about that. The reason I'm doing it today is because Tom Levy, turns out he loves one of these flavors so much, and he's a Scotch drinker.
Yes.
And he can't get enough of it. And so I'm having it. It was his birthday this past week.
Yes.
I didn't get him any because he already has plenty
of it.
He's got so much alcohol.
Apparently he can get enough of it.
Yes, he can. He can get whatever he wants. So happy birthday, Tom. The next person whose birthday it was this week was Friday. Yesterday was my daughter Chloe's.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday, Chloe.
And
I didn't notice that on Facebook, which you and I are friends, you know.
Oh, damn.
On Facebook.
Is that legal? I guess that's legal.
Michael, she's 30 years old.
Oh, my God. You can't, yes, at least. And apparently today is my yoga teacher's birthday. So also happy birthday, Beth. And some other people's birthdays.
No.
No, are those
your piano teacher, you said?
Yoga.
Oh, your yoga teacher.
My yoga teacher.
Okay.
So, in honor of those guys, let's
have a birthday drink.
Have a drink.
We could toast them.
Notice, Hanger One, the last 3 or 4 years, they've been doing this. This is an apothecary jar.
With gradations on the
With
side.
gradations.
But you know how much is left?
If you knew how to read milliliters.
You don't need a shot glass. You can just.
Oh, that's true. No, but it works that way. It doesn't work sideways. You can't. We tried to get this cold. Tried to keep the glasses cold. The best I can say is they're not
television,
cold.
If we pretend it's cold, you'll think it's cold.
Oh, that's so chilly. We're doing this straight because we're real men.
Well, if it's good vodka, you can do that, no problem.
You can.
Now
these are tasty. This one is
Michael, it's a yellow bottle, so it must be lemon essence.
It's Buddha's hand citron. So there's a Buddha citrus fruit, like an orange, which has a little nodule there. So it looks like a nodule, and that's why it's called Buddha's hand citrus. So it's like a little citrus thing. So cheers.
It's got a very nice fragrance.
It's not bad.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. It smells citrusy and hairy at the same time.
You know, it's more citrusy than I expected. I mean, the flavor is more pronounced than you would expect, with quite a strong finish.
Quite a strong finish.
Interesting.
And that finish is
lingering.
Sort of like only the peel. If you did a burnt lemon peel, so you feel it tastes a little burnt, right?
I see what you're saying.
And hearty. It's got this hearty flavor. What would you mix with this? Vermouth?
Why?
Well, I think you got to. I would put Lillet in this just to temper it down,
or maybe some club soda, some of that fizzy water with lemon essence.
Oh, maybe. If you did Lillet with this, you could make sort of a Vesper, sort of a
or limoncello.
That would make it sweeter.
What do you think?
That would make it sweeter. I do have limoncello. I'll try it. Let me go.
But then you put in a squeeze of lemon.
But this is a different lemon than It's like, did you ever hear of Buddha's hand lemon?
No.
Or citrus? Well, now you know why.
No, I know.
It's rare.
It's good. I'll enjoy it. Interesting. What does a bottle like this cost, Michael?
I think these are about $30. Are you ready for the next one?
Now, when we sip this, can we then when we're done, throw the glasses into the fireplace behind us?
And then we'd have to drink from the bottle.
Besides, it's not a Jewish wedding. I realize it.
That's right. You don't have to do that. Okay.
But you know what? I do know a Jewish couple is going through a divorce.
Really? So they have to put the glass back together?
They take a broken glass, they put it back together.
It takes a long time. You know what you do have to do?
What?
You know what you do have to do in a religion? Well, the Orthodox Jewish wedding. When you get married, you walk in one direction around the husband 7 times.
Yes.
For the divorce, you have to walk 7 times in the other way.
Exactly.
So it's like
a labyrinth.
You get all wound up about it. It's actually true. I would say that Buddha-san is strong, but good. There's a story behind these, by the way.
This is the orange essence.
This is orange blossom. It's made with not only the peel of the orange, but the actual petals.
Oh, the orange blossom themselves.
Orange blossom. It's sort of like Hendrix. It's made with rose petals.
I think I'm partial to this one.
This is my favorite.
I think I am.
This is Tom Levy's favorite. And this is most people's
I understand
favorite.
why.
These are so good. I mean, really. Well, it's tasty and not overbearing.
It's assertive, but not overbearing. And the vodka
for a vodka, you know, usually those essence of vodkas we get, we did that tasting of Pinnacle vodkas. They were fruity and sugary.
Yeah, very sugary, girly, some people say.
Sugary and in a way superficial flavor.
Yes,
they added
birthday cake, you know, come on.
I do have a whipped cream vodka at home.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
So you like this one?
I do. I couldn't drink a lot of it. I think it's too.
I think if it were colder, you could drink a lot of this.
On the rocks, yes, I could.
It'd be good.
Or mixed even.
It's tasty.
It is quite tasty.
So,
it's good stuff.
Hanger One Vodka, happy birthday to everybody. Chloe has been on this show before.
She has years ago. She did join us.
Not only years ago, like last year. She was here around New Year's or Christmas at the old station.
At our old studio, she joined us.
And before that. And she was also on the first show, 93
to 96. Our original show, when we were doing Under Development.
Yes.
She was on it several times on that show.
Yeah, she was.
She was just a kid.
She did the announcement. I know, you know, she's having a birthday, and that show is like, what, 10, 15 years ago? And she's aged so much.
About 20, Michael.
Oh, yeah, maybe. She's aged so much, and the two of us have stayed
exactly the same.
We have never changed. We are just as young as we were 23 years ago.
We refuse to grow up.
Well, that's true, too. And this helps. This helps.
Michael,
maybe not this one. Maybe this one. Okay, either one.
You don't
have Clemens here.
Michael,
do you want to talk about something?
You don't stop aging.
Go ahead.
You don't stop
aging,
playing because you get old. You get old because you stop playing.
Yes, and I understand you get older if you eat trans fats. Is that true, Mark?
It's absolutely true.
It's your next topic.
That's absolutely true, Michael.
Trans fats. You know, you complained to me last week that you wouldn't go see The Lobster because you didn't have time to eat something. And I said, why don't you eat popcorn in the theater? And you said, oh no, GMOs. First of all, you don't know if Fountain Theater uses popcorn GMOs. Second of all,
Michael,
it's popped corn.
All corn is GMO unless it says organic, non-GMO. We know this.
When you get little popcorns, you don't have enough room for a label.
It says
you see that,
but the package does.
Oh, and so, you don't see the package.
And so we only eat organic popcorn or corn of any kind.
And how has it helped your existence?
Look at me.
Did you live longer? That's true. With your lifestyle, you should have died a long time ago.
That's true.
You know, sure. Okay, trans fats. Go ahead.
You know what a trans fat is, Michael?
It's a fatty fat.
Don't say anything about transgender because
I would not say that. They dress up.
Now, no, a trans fat, like Crisco, what they do is they take vegetable oil, which is in a liquid state,
and it's kind of healthy.
They pump it full of hydrogen, which somehow
hydrogenates it.
It hydrogenates it, which makes it solid at room temperature, like lard.
And it tastes good. That's why people use Crisco a lot.
But hydrogenation doesn't affect the flavor. They add flavorings. But,
well, I think Crisco has flavor.
Adding that hydrogenation creates a trans fat scenario now.
And what's that do to your body?
Well, it clogs your arteries. Trans fats are very bad for you.
Arteries are already clogged. Oh, maybe that's because I've been eating trans fats.
Yeah,
have you taken your cholesterol? Have you had your cholesterol tested recently?
No.
No.
No, I haven't. Not lately.
Let me test it.
Go ahead.
Look at that. There's white going through your veins. That's fatty deposits of cholesterol.
No, that's the white mashed potatoes.
No.
So anyway, trans fats are something you really need to avoid. Many bakeries and many people at home when they bake.
You want to be specific.
It makes a flaky crust. I'll give you that. But so does butter, and butter's a lot less bad for you than trans fats. Yeah, it's a dairy.
Butter doesn't have trans fat?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, that's good for a butter.
No, margarine does. Margarine does. Lard doesn't, unless it is also hydrogenated. But if you're a vegetarian, you don't want to eat lard because it's a pork product.
Lard is tasty. I got to admit that.
That's why they use it.
Yeah, and it's
McDonald's only recently quit using lard.
You know, habaneros, from what I understand in town, is the only Mexican restaurant that doesn't use trans fats.
They use olive oil, which is brilliant.
And they're pretty good. You had this argument about trans fats today because you went into the Green Door where I ate this past Wednesday because they had a Cubano sandwich, which is really good.
Talk about your lard.
Yes. Well, they don't, it's really not lard. It's
Pork.
It's pork. But pork is the other white meat. And you know what the other white meat is?
Cat.
That's right.
Of course.
You know my lines.
If you're going to feed them to me like that.
Just hand them to you.
Just hand them to me.
I don't know. What color is dog meat? We don't even want to know.
What breed?
A beagle. It's black and white. Yeah. You
That's Dalmatian.
Dark meat and white meat in the same cut. What are you complaining about now?
No, we're done with the Crisco.
We're going to complain about Crisco and lard. Okay,
there should be a circle with a slash through it.
You shouldn't be eating trans fats, but
no, you shouldn't.
But then again, you shouldn't be drinking alcohol to excessive degree. Although
I can thin the blood. Yeah.
I can. That's exactly what I was going to say. People drinking a glass or two a day,
wine
cleans out the bad blood.
Well, it does.
Yeah.
There's a story about a poor man. He came over. He was a Vietnamese boat person. He came over. He didn't speak English yet. He went into a grocery store. He'd never been in an American grocery store before, and he was overwhelmed by all the options. And he sees a can similar to a Crisco can, and it showed fried chicken on the label of it. He didn't know what the words meant or what it said, but he saw the fried chicken. So he said, "Oh, it's a can full of fried chicken. I'll take this home and I'll heat it up." He gets it home and he opens it, and it's Crisco.
Yes,
which you use to fry the chicken. He was so disappointed.
Why? Crisco tastes good. You could just spoon it out. You could eat it like ice cream.
It's true.
When girls broke up with you in college, didn't you go home, get a can of Crisco and take a spoon and sit there and watch, girly movies and just eat Crisco?
Michael.
It
girls never broke up with me in college.
Oh, well.
If there's any breaking up to do, I was the one that did it.
Oh, Mr. Macho there. Oh, did you go with any?
All of them.
What about the guys? All of them?
Why break up?
All of them? Why break up?
Yeah, Watson.
Oh, from you? Oh, I don't know.
No, with them.
Oh.
So listen, big doings over at the county.
Big doings?
Yeah.
Why, are they having
has to do with the jail.
Vodka?
The head of the county jail, Chris Barella.
This is a story that you know because only because we told you about it months ago when Chris Barella got picked up by our sheriff.
Our new sheriff had to make a point.
Kiki Rodriguez.
He went in and arrested.
Took this guy.
Took
him over to jail over in the.
That'll teach him.
Roswell, and then of course, it was all bogusly trumped up.
Of course it was.
He sued him and got $201,000 from the county funds to repay him for going through this ordeal.
Now, you think he gets that all in one lump sum or spread out over a number of years?
I think you get it over one lump sum.
I should hope so because you got to pay your lawyer.
The lawyer takes a third. Unless I'm thinking, when I told you this before, 201,000. If Chris Barella got 300,000 and the guy took a third and wanted to be kind of nice,
didn't have one extra dollar.
He'd have an extra $1,000.
$1,000.
Yep. So, anyway, Chris Barella, he's probably having parties that he has all the time.
Well,
he gets some vodka from Hangar One.
He probably doesn't have the money yet, but he can celebrate.
He'll have it.
Getting it.
I mean, unless they, if they go back to they contest it, it would cost too much in lawyers' fees. But since it's a county, they don't care what they spend on lawyers' fees.
Well, with all that money, he could go out and buy a house.
He can buy 10 houses, apparently.
Even a small house.
Small house that
he
the
could buy 10 small houses, couldn't he?
Yes. We're on the small house story. We just skipped here. The vets, the city has voted to spend money to buy small houses for the veterans.
These are prefabs, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Nobody has to go out and buy these and build these houses.
You can actually build them. I mean, small houses are going to be the thing that's economical, but really psychological. God,
you want to go outside a lot.
Yeah.
Do they have a porch?
Yeah, the world is your porch. But I guess if you want privacy, it's a lot better than tent. People love to go camping, and they love to go in tents because it's different. I don't know why. First of all, I'm making this up because personally, I don't like to go camping.
Well, if you go without a tent, it's really intense.
No, it's not intense. It's out of tense.
It's intense.
You're in the wrong tense. You're past perfect when you should be pluperfect.
I should be pluperfect.
Yes. But going in a tent, for some people, You like camping.
Intent. That's the restroom tent.
With an intent.
With an intent.
Going.
I do like to
You're
camp.
really searching.
Michael, I have a long history of camping. I was a Boy Scout, as you know.
I was a Boy Scout.
And I'm a master camper.
I master other stuff too.
Yeah. And I love backpacking.
Master backpacker?
I'm a master packer. I am.
Yes.
And I can go into the wilderness with just a knife and survive.
Until you kill yourself with a
knife.
I can't take it anymore.
What was I
All
thinking?
these trees, I can't take it anymore. Oh, are we ready for? What are you putting on here? It's time for our break. We got to go.
Let's take
we'll
a break.
be back. We're going to go camping.
I'm going to have a drink.
Which one do you want?
I'll try this one because it's the closest.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Burke, and I have a confession to make. I have a serious crush on my workout. Hip, fun, and always a challenge. Jazzercise is the total package. It's the only workout that I've ever truly loved. Does it show? That's because I'm in the best shape of my life. What a difference Jazzercise makes. When's the last time your workout swept you off your feet? Find a class near you at jazzercise.com.
Fiesta Motors. Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there. Celebrate Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
Well, what we've done, Michael,
We mix. Well, tell us what we've
we've
done.
blended.
One of the Mandarin. I don't know, Mandarin orange and the Buddha's hand citrus, and it's wonderful.
We mixed them together.
It's really amazing. And what would you decide? It would, with a little grapefruit juice, be good.
A little grapefruit
Probably a
juice.
little. Yeah.
Call it a Greyhound. It'd be fabulous. With an ice cube.
You know what I tried this week? We have basil flavored Square One vodka.
Ooh.
Basil flavored, and I put.
What do you
I want
mix
to
with
do a
that?
gin and tonic, a vodka and tonic, but
Okay.
I then added a little bit of lemonade. Mm-hmm. It was really good.
With basil.
Basil vodka.
Does it have actual basil leaves in it, or
No.
just essence?
Essence. Like this has essence
Now,
of whatever
You
this
buy
is.
a bottle this size with basil flavor. How long does it take you to go through a bottle like that? I mean, you don't drink that kind of a thing very often. Unless you have a party and everybody tries it.
I think I bought the bottle about 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's down to about here.
Maybe it's 5 years now. It's not down to here. It's interesting because people want to try it. You know, it's not the basil that you eat with tomatoes. It seems. Oh, maybe you can mix it with tomato juice. That would be like
What a Bloody Mary.
Great Bloody Mary, a basil
Ooh,
Bloody Mary.
Darn right.
I think that Square One is the only company that does a basil vodka.
I'm coming over to your house for Bloody Marys, Michael.
I don't have that much.
I'll bring the tomato juice.
I'll bring the
Snappy
tomato juice. Do it with clam juice. You wouldn't need
Tomato.
clam juice, would you? Clam juice.
We'll have
Drink
to try
clam
it.
juice.
Well, that's next week.
Yes. Oh God, I don't know if I want to eat clam juice
Now,
in front of people.
Speaking of drinking, our governor.
who is known to have nice parties. We don't say she's drinking, but she has nice parties where we know that people order pizzas and throw things out the
And throw their empties out the window.
Yeah, or over the balcony window. But unfortunately, she is forced to cut the general fund money by 5% in everybody's department.
It's because our oil and gas revenues are down.
Are down the same reason that the university has lost positions and lost people and lost classes and is almost about to lose the equestrian team, except they put that off for a year.
Yeah.
But the nice thing that she did, bless her heart, was give $100 debit cards to teachers.
To buy supplies.
They found out the average amount of money that teachers spend on supplies is about $500 a year out of their own pocket.
Because the school system doesn't provide these supplies.
But you know, the students should have these things, but I guess the school should, like colored paper.
Well,
What do you
school-
need?
no.
You know, you need macaroni to put on strings, right?
It's true. Well, you know, the school system does send out a list of supplies that they recommend the parents buy for their students. These supplies augment those, or some parents don't have the money
You make things-
to buy those
Yeah.
lists of supplies. Plus, if the teachers are doing special projects,
And also, if their parents buy the glue, they just sniff it themselves.
or remember that school paste? There's always the kid
you
that would
can eat
eat
the paste.
It's kind of minty flavor.
It's made out of flour and water. Paste is made out of flour and water. Some of it.
Yeah,
Close-
those are things. But why
close
does it
to
taste?
flour.
Why does it taste good enough to eat? What is that ingredient?
Wheat.
Cream de menthe?
Yeah, the same thing you put in a grasshopper. Yeah, that type of thing. So yes, she's good enough to buy, and the teachers are good enough to buy stuff for their students. I mean, really, they're getting paid, maybe not enough, but they're really generous. I mean, to be a teacher in the first place, you
teachers
have
care about
to
what they're
be
doing.
altruistic.
Yeah.
You have to care about.
Meanwhile, the janitor who never went to college is making more money than the teacher with a master's degree. Yeah, there's something wrong there.
I still have hope then. I could be a
Be a
janitor.
janitor to make more money.
I never went to college to be a janitor, but now I could be a janitor and make some money.
Call yourself a custodian, they give you a raise.
Oh, that sounds good. Especially if you're a custodian of people's IRAs and you take their IRAs.
A custodial technician.
Yes. So let's
Now-
keep moving. Oh, speaking of Susana Martinez, who was dissed many times by the Republican candidate Donald Trump,
That's
who
true.
some people love.
He says but now he embraces her because he needs her
He
vote.
needs women and he needs Hispanics and he
needs
doesn't need people
somebody to endorse him.
because he has just called the president of the country the leader of a
The founder,
violent group, the founder
of
ISIS.
ISIS.
His reasoning is he doesn't bother to take the nuances of anything seriously. So because ISIS developed while Obama was president, and because he says that we took troops out of Iraq, which we were supposed to do in 2011, and George Bush had put troops in Iraq prior to this, and that caused Al-Qaeda, and Al-Qaeda just morphed into ISIS. So to say that Obama is the king of ISIS is the most simplified version and also misaligned version of logic in the world, and it demonstrates how strong you can be with poor logic. Poor logic is so much better than real logic. You know, it's like 2 + 2 = 4, and then Trump goes to 2 + 2 + 3 + 7.5 + 8
Gets
+
ISIS.
9.5, and he gets 4. Because he gets to a weird place, and you can blame. I started ISIS.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Wait a minute. I thought I did.
We both did.
Oh,
That's
no.
what the ISIS. That's why we had the argument. I wanted to call it is, and you said no. I want to call it is, and we put the names together, and we got ISIS, and we started ISIS. So, Mr. Trump, if you want to blame us, here we are. Come on our show. We'll talk to you. We'll interview you.
How do we know that?
That we're getting the real-
Mexican president didn't start it? Because if you look at it backwards, it's
CC. Well, do you remember when we brought it up to the Mexican president and we said, "What do you think?" He said, "CC."
Well, I wanted to call it ISIL. You wanted to call it ISIS. So
Now they're using both, though.
you started ISIS. I started ISIL.
You said tomato. I say tomato. I'm British. You're
So let's call the
German
whole thing
American.
off. Let's just let Obama take the credit.
So hopefully people get to see the logical constructs that the presidential candidate is making to say things that just blow things up. Also, he implicated Hillary Clinton, who was the Secretary of State at some point during this, and she is the co-founder just because he wants her to
No, you know what? I'm
take
developing a
credit.
theory about Trump.
Are you?
I am developing a theory. He's going to keep saying more and more outrageous
I
lies
think so. I think so.
because he wants the Republican Party to eventually find a way to eliminate him from the race so he doesn't have to lose.
Ooh.
He hates to lose.
Don't say that.
And
Don't
he can
say
just
that.
be
Don't say
forced-
that. That
if
should
they
be
can
a
be
secret.
forced out, he can later blame them.
He could say
for
it's
not being
rigged. He
president.
say it's rigged. And remember that he also said something about the Second Amendment, that if Hillary gets in, she's going to get rid of the Second Amendment. She's not going to get rid of the Second Amendment.
The president does not have that power.
There's rules about, you can have the Second Amendment and you can still have registration of your gun and not allow psychotics and people who are on the no-fly list get guns. If they're not good enough to fly, they're not good enough to have a gun, or sane enough, or trustworthy enough.
No, I mean, Michael, every gun I've ever owned was registered as they are meant to be.
And every gun I've ever owned was
It wasn't.
a toy.
Well, squirt
Bing,
guns.
bing, bing, bing.
Now,
Are we on to real topics already?
we are.
Oh.
This is what's going on right here in Las Cruces.
We're having a French chef with a big exploded head. What is
Men,
that?
who cook?
Oh, I thought it was a guy with a
It looks like
nuclear.
Chef Boyardee, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But that's how Chef Boyardee looked that way because he had one of those hats. That guy looks French, though.
Now, this is going
Boyardee.
on this weekend at Farm and
Yes.
Ranch Museum.
It's not Farm and Ranch
not
Museum.
Farm and Ranch.
You're forgetting your places.
Where
This
is
is at the Grapevine down on
The Grapevine down on West
And it's
Picacho.
for the hospice, which is a good cause. Tickets are $75 a piece. It's this weekend. Go look that up. What's next?
Oh gosh,
We got to keep moving,
Well,
man.
it's green chili.
chili.
Chili season is
We all
on right
know
now in the Mesilla Valley.
This is, years ago when I first moved to this, what is it, $15 for
15,
25
20
pounds?
pounds.
Get them rolled, you get them, you get this, don't you?
Oh, I drive to Hatch to get it frequently. Every year I go to Hatch. I get
it's still there.
I get my green chili. They roast it for me right there. I can pick medium, mild, hot. I get some salsa. He gives you some onions.
Onion?
Yo, it throws in some onions for free.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
Which
it's
one
one-
is this?
When you get off the freeway, it's the very first guy on the right.
First guy on the right.
Yeah,
First guy on the
it's
right.
great.
That's like, and you get quesadillas, you don't have to go far.
He's got red chili too, but the green chili is the king.
And you know how I get my green chili?
How do you do that?
In the restaurant.
It's in
It's a lot
stores
easier.
too.
It's a lot easier. Speaking of hot food, we've had a record high
July.
here and in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know why those.
Everywhere.
Everywhere has been really hot. And that has nothing to do with global warming. Oh, yeah, maybe it does. Speaking of heat, August 13th, which is next. That's wrong.
August 13th.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's this weekend.
That's Saturday.
It's tonight.
Tonight.
We're doing career night for Kids Night Out. So if you want to become a policeman, a fireman, a short order cook, a McDonald's worker, an accountant, a massage therapist,
a proctologist.
proctologist.
Yes.
Those sound good. Go there. The Roundup, which was the weekly newspaper for NMSU for years and centuries.
Michael.
Yes.
I was the entertainment editor of the Roundup when I was in college.
And that's why it failed last year.
It came out 3 times a week, not just weekly.
That's true. It did come out a lot.
Monday, Tuesday,
but the print media is gone. That's why Hastings is leaving. A Roundup went in to be Encore, which is a monthly publication. It's going back to a weekly
Going back to
publication.
newspaper instead of magazine.
Brewfest is, what are we on here? Las Cruces Brewfest is next weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Movies in the Park is showing Goosebumps, which is a great movie. I've never seen it, but this is an opportunity. Music in the Park has Fat City
Slippery Jack.
and Slippery Jack. That's on Sunday at Apodaca Park. And we are we out of here?
Are we?
Give us the word. We're out of here.
Really? Are we done drinking?
We will be done soon. Salute.
Bon appetit. And down the hatch.
L'chaim. I'll have a little bit more.
Hummus.
Yeah.
We could have used some of these.
For what?
Put them in there. There still are.
I told you the story about this one. Booty fan.